So let's go a little bit deeper when it comes to spirit guides. Hi, my name's Elizabeth Eleanor, and I'm doing 365 days of spiritual awakening on YouTube. And I'm sharing some of the beliefs and magical experiences and things that have happened to me over the 27 years since I woke up. I know that there are many people waking up spiritually at the moment, and things are expanding very quickly in consciousness. And so this is for you if that's part of what's going on for you. So I would love for you to hit the subscribe uh, button and the bell for notifications when we put some more information on. And yesterday I did a video around spirit guides, and I'd love for you to go and check it out. We'll put the link into this description here as well so that you can have a look and see what I had to say, because it's not necessarily what everybody else has been sharing, right? I wanted just to add some extra information in about that, because one of the things that I was saying was not to give your power away. I have been doing this journey for 27 years, and one of the things that I have noticed, or noticed a lot, say 4 or 5 years ago and past that, was this giving your power away to the external and giving your power away to the influence of others. Now, that can be that they're people that are alive and physical, or you could be giving your power away to the external, right? To the etheric, the invisible, the spirits. And so it's a tricky topic to talk about, spirit guides. And here is a couple of things that I wanted just to share, because unless you're extremely tuned in to the different frequencies, spirit guides can actually be not necessarily a different entity, but could possibly be another aspect of yourself that's either in the future and is coming into the now moment, because we live in time and space here on this planet in the third dimension, and it looks like, we have a morning and an evening, and there's this length of time, but actually time is an illusion, and time, the past is something that is only now a representation within our mind, and the future is also a representation of what we perceive could possibly happen, right? There's a potential vision that we perceive in our mind. But actually, we are only in the now moment. There is only the now moment. So our future self is now with us as well. And there is many different future possibilities on different timelines. So when you're tapping into what you think is maybe a spirit guide, you could possibly be tapping into a part of yourself that has already received the information and the wisdom that you're asking the question for, and is giving you that information in this physical form. It may also be different aspects of yourself multidimensionally as well, because we are more than this body. We are a physical representation right here in this body, but we are very, very expansive, and there is no separation between us and other dimensions. So we could be connecting with what we think is a spirit guide, but actually what we're doing is we're connecting with another aspect of ourselves, right? Another thing that I want to share with you, and as I said in the last video, sure, connect with spirit guides and get wisdom and get some support. But when you start taking their interpretation as gospel and not making decisions yourself because you haven't accessed your guides and asked for permission or asked if you're on the right track or whatever it might be, when you start giving your power away, then you're not growing in accordance with your soul's path, because now you're again giving your power away externally to yourself. And so, just like any relationship, as long as you're having an interdependent relationship, not a codependent relationship, then accessing that information, listening to what your guides are saying, making the decision and feeling into it, and is this right for me, or is this what I want to do? That's when you know that you've got a healthy relationship with your spirit guides, right? And so your guides can often give you clues and signs. And so I have already shared in one of the previous sessions, Follow the White Rabbit, right, is a process that I take my clients through where we look and we decipher what are the signs that the universe is giving us, right, or the higher self is giving us. And that can be the same with your connection to your guides. And I remember, you know, so your guides can give you information to say, hey, you're a little bit off track from what you chose to experience as a soul, and they can give you something to share information so that you can move forward. They do have more information that you have, so I'm not saying don't communicate with them, but make sure you're not giving your power away. I remember that when I was having, I got married to a guy. And when I first met him, I was saying, I wasn't really interested. He was a lot younger than I was. And I remember when we first met and he started hanging out, and I think he might have even moved in. And I had this beautiful statue. It was just like half a head, and it was this beautiful goddess statue that I had. And so it was like the chest up, and it was she had a crown on, and she had this beautiful green gem at the top of her crown. And I remember when he was cleaning or moving, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I came home and he said, oh, I accidentally dropped your statue and the crown gem broke off. And I remember seeing it, this break of the gem, and knowing that it was a sign. And it was a sign to say that my goddess, my goddess crown is going to be damaged in this relationship, right? And it was. I spent quite a few years with him. However, I still chose to experience what I went through, because if I had have seen that sign, and I know a lot of people that do this, right? See that sign and gone, oh my gosh, this is going to break my crown, and so I'm not going to be with this guy. I would not have learnt the lesson that I know that I valuably needed to experience with him, because one of the things that happened was I recognized after a few years was that I was trying to heal him, that there was something that I think he had an issue, a mental health issue that I was trying to support him to heal, and he didn't want to heal it. He actually didn't believe that he had anything, and so he was in denial that there was anything wrong. He turned very narcissistic, and so when I realized that I had this deep belief within me that I had to heal the men in my life, and I married it back to my dad being on a kidney machine when I was, younger, and I wanted to be a nurse because I wanted to look after my dad, and that I had this innate thing that I had to look after my men and I had to heal them. I would not have been able to clear that belief if I hadn't said, seen the sign and gone, actually, doesn't matter. I feel I need to keep going anyway. So your higher self, your guides can give you these signs. You are the one that needs to make the decision whether you're going to go forward with those signs, or whether they're going to benefit you, or how you're going to respond and interact with those signs. The third thing that I do want to explain is that another beautiful way of connecting with your guides, without having the interpretation or the filter, is through dreams. Because when we dream, we expand, we become more connected to the universe. We sort of leave our body, and we have signs and symbols and things that happen in our dreams that are very much related to what our path is and can guide us. And our spirit guides can give us lots of information in there. In fact, I remember sharing in one of the past YouTubes. It always makes me think it was so funny, because I was having all of these dreams where I was always in the dark and the house was dirty and messy all the time. And always, the curtains were closed. And I remember this old phone ringing, and I picked this phone up, and someone on the other side said, how's the weather down there? And I know that that was a message from my guides saying, are you getting this yet? What's going on? You need to move forward because you're in the dark at the moment. And so spirit guides can offer you information and messages. Just be aware not to give your power away to the external, to always still deeply connect within yourself. And spirit guides are not up there. Everything is within, that's the other part, is all of us, all of our energy is an internal experience, is not somewhere outside of ourselves. So have some fun with your guides. And if you want some more information about how to, communicate or connect, then, jump in and check out my website below. I'm also got some meditations on Insight Timer, and we can put the link in there as well. And, connect in and see what guidance you get and how you feel about it, and be aware to take that guidance and not give it as much power that it means that you are now limited, but make sure that you're staying in the expansion of your path, so that you're in alignment with what your soul really truly wants to experience here on earth.